the sea. I had such a good time during the last session of this. I've been dying to dig back into it. Let me just check my audio levels briefly. I hope I'm being heard. I think so. Alright, I think we just finished Chapter 3. We're headed into Chapter 4, if I remember correctly. Let's dive back in. Dive back in. It's a little pun, but it wasn't intentional. I promise. I have been loving the art style and everything about this. It's just a gorgeous game. Alright. Chapter 4. Let me enact my other ear cup here. I will immerse myself with you. And up the mountain we go.
I've been seeing these horseshoe-shaped pillars all the way up. Do they mark a path? I'm at the top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here.
Yes, I too can see that diamond-shaped thing. Good spotting, Nora. I'm proud of you.
Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it.
So we have some sort of like radio tower, seemingly a golden mural down that way. Let's go check that out.
These drops of rain are so refreshing. It feels really good.
Especially because I've been so
Are these
dirty.
figures singing like a choir?
Pretty sure they're just drinking invisible potions. But I don't know. I'm not a potion expert. Alright, stairs up here.
Heavens, looks like a
Another
rock
mural.
slide crushed all the tents. All but one.
Lucky tent.
A torn picture. Maybe the Polynesian guide didn't like people taking pictures of his scar.
Or of anything, really. Just a
The
general
only tent that came out of the rock slide in one
antagonist
piece
to
is the one
photography.
filled with amulets.
Huh. The amulets of balance and protection. Surely not a coincidence. Mr. Franklin Drayton, Jr., 12 Grant Street, Mound Bayou, Mississippi. Strange name. Dear Mr. Drayton, we acknowledge receipt of your letter of July 30th enclosing your application for admission to our School of Engineering. I'm sorry to inform you that we are not authorized to consider a colored person for admission. I regret, oh boy do I regret, that we cannot help you in this regard. Thanks, 1934. I hate it.
University. They should be ashamed.
Frank is a stand-up guy, and you guys have made a horrible mistake. And if I ever see you in person, I'm going to boo you loudly with my fists.
Oh, I'm sorry, but art has never been your thing, old pal.
Are you kidding? This is exactly what I look like. This is shockingly accurate. I don't see what's laughable about this at all. Alright, on to the mural. Searching the ground desperately for documentation. There are buttons here. I had better not press them yet. What is she writing down? Alright, nothing from the first mural, but that from the second. Symbol must be important somehow. So shall we go up these stairs now, or shall we go back around to the radio tower? Let's go back around. Just in case. Yes, hello. Time-appropriate greetings to you as well. It is so nice to see you there. Welcome to the adventure. Alright, headed to the radio tower. This makes me curious. There's also a little I'm not sure what. Makeshift scaffold? Interesting. Alright, can I
They built all
climb up
this
this?
just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz.
I know, right? How dare they not allow him into the School of Engineering? He could run that place.
His low spirits are
Oh, hey,
obvious in
guys.
this photo. What was wrong with Frank? He looked so thin.
Oh, it's just that new diet he's been on. Mostly beets.
They built loudspeakers on top of this tower to reproduce the effect of the organ. Very clever, old pal.
Still tickles me somewhat that she always calls her husband, and her husband always calls her, like pal or pally.
Nakal?
It's none of my business.
So
Call
this
each
is
other
like
whatever you want,
Atlantis, but in the Pacific Ocean, right?
Pacificus. Yes. According to the legend that said the continent Mu, or Mu, sank into the Pacific thousands of years ago, its massive stone structures, generally irregular in shape, contrasted with the unique use of diamond shapes. This is reminiscent of other rhomboid symbols, such as the losange of the Hindu Lakshmi star. However, experts believe that in the specific case of the Nakal structures, instead of representing fertility and prosperity, the rhombus was a sign of transformation and evolution. I certainly feel a bit of transformation happening to me. Gorgeous. I wonder if that's what's up the stairs over there. I'll have to use the ship's turbine and juggle with the things I got from the ship to make this work. Let's see if I manage to power the whole set just with the scarce materials that I have. So they're trying to power loudspeakers to replicate the organ. I don't yet know how that's going to be possible. Guys, this is a beautiful natural environment and you're just...
Looks like a sneaky snapshot. She doesn't look at all happy.
She looks, in my opinion, and I don't mean to be rude, increasingly villainous, actually. Latest photos we've seen. CW, what's happening?
Frank died.
Frank, no, he's never going to get into engineering school now, you son of a... You could have given him one last treat by accepting his...
So Frank fought in the Great
admission.
War.
And he's a war hero? I am going to burn that college to the ground.
Oh, Frank had a daughter named Evangeline. What a darling.
What's going to happen to Evangeline now? If I get off of this island, I'm going to set up a trust fund. Frank, thank you for everything you've done for my pally pal.
I'm so sorry. He was such a talented man. And he seemed to be a good friend of Harry's.
Alright, so that just leaves, what, 3 of them? Harry, the guide, and... I don't know if we know her name. It might be Cass? I thought he said Cass at one
They built a
point.
turbine to generate electricity under the falling water. But the stream isn't
I got
close
wet.
enough to the wheel.
I see that. So we need to, like, increase the flow of water in order to get this moving?
These levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine.
Immobile. Not a surprise. Alright, that is no power.
A Bible.
This has no
It
power.
must have
I
belonged
mean,
to Frank. He thought it was a flesh wound, but it kept getting worse.
I've tried to do something with this wound from DeWitt's attack. Tried to do something? You mean healed it? Like, cured the wound? What something were you trying to do? No matter what I do, it still looks infected, and I feel worse every day.
Blood-soaked
And I
rags.
can relate. Tasty. Okay. Wires and wrenches and knapsacks ahoy. Ah, big green... Ooh, these do move. But why? Ah, maybe the levers there. Kind of looks like they all line up with the bottom, so maybe once it has power, we need to put them at the bottom and then activate the lever to lock it in place. But we need to deal with the water problem first. Let's see what else we can find. Go up the radio tower stairs. Aha, here's another mural with buttons. What do we have? This one has a straight line symbol. Alright. Good, good. It's in the first position.
There are some sort of homemade loudspeakers, probably to amplify the sound.
Never said the phrase homemade loudspeakers with that much, like, tickled compassion. Way to go. Homemade loudspeakers. Alright, number 2. And presumably I'm missing one more at least, unless there's a 5th at the bottom. We have an unpowered generator.
So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they
Or
weren't the right
relay,
ones.
or whatever it is. I am so stupid. Such an arrogant idiot. Anyway, back to the game. That rock slide could have killed everybody. And all thanks to my stubbornness. Testing,
1, 2, 1,
testing.
2, testing. Nope, doesn't work.
Yes. Aww. You sure? Aww. Okay. More ooh, what's that?
There's a symbol inside.
There's a symbol inside. Strange symbols in the empty pool. We have straight, we have curvy, we have plus sign, and we have the 2 moons. Anyone who has worked in a restaurant kitchen can tell you about homemade loudspeakers. I have not worked in a restaurant
Homemade
kitchen. I'm
loudspeakers.
desperately out of
Probably
the
to
know.
amplify the sound.
Alright, I'm sure that 2 is just a homemade loudspeaker. All facing towards the door, so there is some sort of sonic locking mechanism. This is the plus sign, seemingly. Alright, so does that give me enough information? Yeah, if it's just in that order, so it's like straight line would be top button, curvy line would be left button, plus sign bottom, in which case plus sign bottom. Alright. The other one was like, let me go back to that one first actually, because it's the hardest to remember where it is. It tumbled off this way somehow.
I like singing so much. Harry and I often sang together.
With the orientation.
When my condition got worse, Harry thought it wasn't a good idea to make unnecessary
Alright, curvy
efforts.
is right.
And we stopped singing.
Or left,
I know
rather.
it was just good, but my illness caused our whole lives to revolve around it.
I really appreciate the way that you phrased it that way. Your illness caused your lives to revolve around it, rather than I caused our lives to revolve around my illness. Good for you, Nora. The competing moons to the right. Drop your cell phone in a metal quart container and it will fill the whole room with music. That's genius. You have figured out the resonant frequencies there in the restaurant industry. I'm so proud.
Did these stone columns just vibrate? Amazing!
Ah, that looks like
hatches are
more
opening.
water. The hatches! Okay, let's go back to the wheel. If I can only find the stairs. Do-do-do. I was just about to say. Alright, so let's check how I left this. That one is at the bottom. Let's see if this holds true. Nice. Or did it? I don't know if it reverted itself, or if it did hold it steady. Maybe it needs to go in order. Yes, it needs to go in order so that it starts to spin in order to hold itself in place. I see. Next one. Hello, hello. So nice to see you sneaking in there. Thank you very much for the subscription. That is so kind of you. A 26-month streak, my goodness. I'm so proud. It is wonderful to see you guys here. Sorry for the haphazard streaming schedule of late. I am still, actively embattled. So this is spinning, presumably in order to deliver power onto this, though I see no real cable going to it. What is this?
These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy through the turbine.
Okay. Is it always the two next to it? Ah, perfect.
That
stumbled
should give
right
the
into that.
turbine some energy.
Oh, that is so kind of you. Thank you for subscribing as well. You almost got a hype train going with your kindness. That is incredibly sweet. Glad to have you guys along for the adventures. Swing.
Great, I did it. Now everything should be powered.
Okay. Does that just affect the microphone, or does that affect the radio tower over here? I guess I never did climb
I'm
up.
really sorry about
Foolishly, I got distracted
Harry
by
doesn't
documents.
have many friends. When you finally do get to know him, he's so witty, so funny. A loving person. But it takes a lot for him to open up.
It looks like it connects direct to there, so let's activate it before we climb up. Alright. Up we go. Little resting area here at the halfway mark. That's good. I was... Oh. Hello, hello. So nice to see you there. We've got a Mary, we've got a Derps, we've got a Neat. I'm so happy.
Oh, what? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work. Come on.
Oh! Ah, my back. Interesting. Loading. And... oh, boy, am I in the desert.
What's happening this time? Where am I?
Is this all happening in my head because of the violent concussion I just gave myself? Tempted to just run away from the giant skull, but let's go towards it.
I can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming
It's just
back?
hot out here. Don't
Is
worry.
this an ocean?
I'm feeling it too.
An ocean that dried up.
Please stop whispering. I'm not prepared for the whispering.
Cane.
Is that my cane? Jeez. Okay, go ahead and torture me then, subconscious.
I
Fine.
would rather die than use that damned thing again.
Alright, further towards the spine. If you hit tailbone, we've gone too far.
These really are ancient bones of a very ancient creature.
And we're we're back to horseshoes and squares.
Find water.
Or diamonds, as it were.
My bed.
Oh, good. It's just what I needed.
Memory of my illness.
Ah, well, not if it reminds you of
I was
illness.
going to die lying in this bed.
Well, you should have told the truth. No, that was insensitive. I apologize. Look out, the hideous day star. Goodness.
Find some shade before I dry right up.
Oh, here's some shade. Ah, thank you, Pillar. All right, so we are heading that way. I see stair-steppy
A
things.
horseshoe-shaped pillar. And a diamond shape again.
This is a gorgeous sequence.
I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy.
Sorry, I was just trying to commentate about how gorgeous it is. I didn't mean to make you feel woozy.
Is that a house?
I wonder if it's number 506. Shocking coincidence that would be.
That's not a house.
Oh,
That's our
getting
house
wet.
in Inglewood. Dreaming.
surrounded
Or am I
by
just losing my mind?
schools of fish. And delicious bubbles. Back with you.
That's our
No.
mailbox, too.
Okay, fine. You can't go back with you then. I thought I could try to open the mailbox, but never
Harry?
mind.
Are you home?
Are you Harry? Oh, I'm underwater. In my own home. This is definitely shades of
Picnic
property
with Harry's
values.
brother and sisters. I started
You're a
very
gorgeous
shortly after
sequence.
that day.
Good memories. Good memories from the before time.
I miss you so much, old pal.
My dearest acquaintance,
definitely
though we
losing
have been
my
married for years, I cannot help but
I
wonder.
don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you...
Ah. Suddenly dry. Enough to have a nice
the
warm
happiest day
fire
of
at
my
least.
life? And one of the
I can
few
see
pictures
why.
of Harry without his glasses. The Everhart twosome. What a duo.
Alright, we have a music box.
My mother's music
and-
box. Yet again.
What? Greetings from Yondley. Yondley.
Cousin Robert? But I don't have any
Robert.
cousins.
Wish you were here, Cousin Robert. Strange. Alright, music box. The chess game has advanced since last we saw it.
Checkmate in 3 moves.
Thank you so much for the Discord link. And I do apologize for the misfire. That is so kind of you, and welcome. Anyone who would like to trade cheese emojis with me. Alright, music box. I got distracted by the cheese emojis. Hello, hello. So nice to see you there. Sorry I missed you coming in.
What a sweet melody.
Alright, concussion over. Let's get back to the rain. There's that rain. Missed you, pal.
What was that? Another vivid dream? Music box
Also
again.
appear to have broken the
I'm
ladder.
not going back up there. The fuse box is already providing electricity to this entire setup.
Okay, good. No need for it then. I thought I saw another switch box here by the microphone. I'm not sure if it's the next one in sequence, though. Let's see if it's even active. Where is this coming from? Pool is now full. Interesting. Alright, yes, looks like it's activatable. And microphone is on. I wonder what we should sing.
I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot.
Lovely. So sorry, I think that's counting as music rather than a sound effect, and I have the music a little low. It should be a more impressive orchestral moment. Just imagine. Make up your mind, protrusions. I said make up these protrusions. Yes, absolutely. I think I was mentioning when we first started. When we first started the game yesterday, I think I was mentioning she has a very Doolin-y quality to her. Makes me feel safe. Hello, hello. It is so nice to see you guys. A couple more of you slipped in without me noticing. Welcome, welcome.
This feels like hallowed ground.
Tovaric. Purple. I want to get up there. I like the purple. However, the ladder, no. Alright, so I'm still on the trail of the expedition, and they're still wildly littering laudanum everywhere I look. Ooh, more of these symbols. That actually seems to be... It's like there's the straight line, and then there's the curvy line. This is both of those in one? What meaning that has?
Are they bathing him in black ooze?
Thought it was Nickelodeon slime, but yeah, you're probably right.
His hands are changing, like in my dream.
They are. They're getting webbed and bubbly. Just like your dream.
Look at those spots. They look like mine.
Ain't so much.
Now he's some sort of man-fish?
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's like, what do we call these exactly? A fish person?
Of every
a man
size and
fish?
shape.
I'm not alone in my desperate search for the right word. These must actually be, like, translatable at this point, but I don't know how.
This looks like the same kind of elevator that was in the site.
Alright. Ah, yes. Elevator will take us up there.
These patterns look too familiar.
Common patterns in fishes. Fishes.
She sounds worried for him, I think.
Harry's been up there for 3 days now, and he isn't responding. What did he find? If I could go up... If you could go up, what? Okay. Seems to be all the documents and goodies. I wish I could translate some of these, but maybe that's a next playthrough sort of deal.
Where is this
Up we
taking
go.
me?
Up. Lord Manfish. So nice to
I'm
see you.
inside the giant fish head that I saw from below.
Ooh, this looks complicated. Ooh, everywhere I look, it gets worse. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. I have to run and grab something to drink before I get any more gravelly. But I'll be right back with you. I promise. All right. Drinkables achieved. Pardon me one moment while I partake. And we're back. Okay. Where do I even begin here? Let me see if I can inspect the murals. There are still diamond symbols, like one in each. So maybe it's not quite as complicated as I'm currently fearing. That is the competing moons. Recognize it. Interesting that it seems like they're... I don't know what. There are butterflies, there are frogs, there are snakes. Is that an armadillo or a roly-poly? I'm not sure. Water animal. Is this like the only one Harry was able to translate?
Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down.
So sorry, adjusting my headset cord. I hope that doesn't make it go pop pop.
Harry threw a bottle against the wall. Was it because he was frustrated for not deciphering this? Or because of what he discovered?
Just clumsy, I think. Okay, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pattern.
Well, it's not that complex, but... Alright, so 3 is marked water animal. Is this a sequence I need to press them? Seems to be some sort of growth, plant.
It's amazing how words
Life,
and symbols can keep their
perhaps.
meaning after thousands of years.
That would make sense. Life. Okay. And this would be the cosmos.
Someone punched the wall so hard that they bled. Was it you, Harry?
Yep, that's about 20 minutes into the future. It's a vision.
Well, this one was easy, I
How
think.
do I solve this puzzle? Transformation or evolution? Interesting. Is that what the competing moons, the twin moons, is? Evolution or transformation? Secret languages. Or at least pretending that I
My
have.
dear old Nora. I
Finally.
wish I could write something else.
He thought better of
But
it.
a long time ago, I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your
crushing
blood
to hear,
is
but
changing you.
I'm beginning to think
Will
it's
keep
not an
changing
illness.
you until it's done. Whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal. My partner. The love of my life. I am
My dear
so
old
sorry.
pal, the love of my
I've
life.
made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teaharo is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papiete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no
could be-
cure?
You could be where?
But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you?
I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what? What do I do now? Are you still on the island? I have to find you.
Alright, more documents.
God's blood. Does this mean that... Is this related to me somehow, to my disease?
God's blood, transformation, water animal, eternal life. Are those the 1, 2, 3, 4 that I need?
So that's how you mark the symbol's orientation.
Rotating the north in the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrant. Not entirely sure I understand, but thank you. Rotating the north in the wheel. Okay. We have 3 out of 4. Is this my last one?
I'm starting to understand this
Eternal
language. This one was really hard to figure out. Good job, Harry.
So the straight line is like infinity or eternal, and then the curved line isn't together.
Well
Fantastic.
done, Harry. Boy, am I lucky that you did the hard part of figuring things out.
A plus B equals new word. Is the new word sort of naughty? We won't say it out loud. It's fine.
John McCormack's Zero Fhalgof'n? Our favorite song.
Are they trying to explain? Is this the explanation? It's the song at the beginning of their romance. That's why we call each other Pally Pal. Alright.
I've seen this symbol in the
Liquid.
murals several
Nice.
times. I guess it can be applied to both water and black ooze.
Getting just a bit of that pop-pop sound. Devastating to your eardrums. So, do I now have everything I need to figure it out? 1, God's blood. 2, 3, water animal. 4, eternal life. So 1 star. I would assume that is correct for transformation. It is in the correct quadrant. 2 stars seems to also be matching. I must be missing some piece of this. Because they all look as they are currently set. What did that do? I am genuinely not sure. But it seems like we should have all the information we need. So, looking at the University of Denver page there, the symbol for transformation I don't know what it's trying to tell me. Thank you guys so much for the warning there, and thank you for the confirmation. Only 1 star. Man, that place must have terrible service. So there's... I cannot interact with this one at all, so it must just be telling me the positioning. Why does the positioning matter? And I don't know why they're calling it the in the wheel. It's like that should be what's cluing me in to how to do this, but I'm not understanding. Rotating the north in the wheel. Something. Oh, I forgot this was playing. I was like, where's that music coming from? Yeah, you started cranking it. Alright. So the thing I don't understand is it's like if we had diagrams next to those transformation, liquid, life, eternal, that it did not already match. Like liquid is set exactly as it is. Then it would be easy to solve. But I must need to translate it somehow. So I'm at a little bit of a loss. What I can really do is affect the compass direction of those things. And it seemingly has no visual clue afterward. Transformation. Huh. I'm expecting that eureka moment just any time now. Oh, any time now, really. Doesn't seem to be like an audible clue. Nothing's clicking into place, etc. So is the idea that they're all two things? That might be my problem. I'm trying to solve for one of them, but not the other. Like, I can put it in the position for life, but not eternal life. Like, how would I combine those two? And then with, like, God's blood, we don't even have symbols for those, do we? I guess that would be like life water? Is that God's blood? Just keep looking at things until something finally clicks. So the example they're giving me is for transformation. And all he's doing is like switching the direction once, as far as I can tell. I don't know what they need to be, though. This is slightly, abstract. That's kind of how he has it in his diagram, but I don't know if that's any indication of how it should be set. And there are no other indications for the other three symbols. The only thing that makes any sense, or starts to seem to lead somewhere, is the combination of symbols. So taking transformation... I do not know. Like, I legitimately have no what I'm looking at here. Let me go back to these pamphlets. I don't think I need to know anything else other than the translation, which I already have written down. God's blood are destined for an inevitable transformation into a water animal to eternal life forever. So it is like 1, 2, 3, 4... But I can't, it's not like a activate one at a time. They all need to be set. it's not as if there's like a 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. These two both have 3. So what am I missing? Huh. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can find a little guidance, as clearly it's too early in the morning for this. Let's see here. I'm not even sure what, key word I would use to describe this room. Constellation? Or translation? Or... I'm just going to use the keyword water animal. Maybe that'll get me there. So I would like to understand the solution. I don't just want them to say, put them in this order. I need to know why. And I do apologize for the delay. / the cheapness of looking it up. Alright, yeah, turbine, microphone, blah 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 blah. Okay. So, for this puzzle, you'll notice in the sketched circle that each numbered space has several different words. You'll have to figure out if the location of the phrases matches with the location of the diamonds on the wheels. That is not much help. The location of the phrases. Let me see if I can find it worded in another way. So let's say, think of the yellow diamond at the top of the circle as a rotation device for the wheel. Transformation is in space number 2. If the yellow diamond marker by the numbered circle signifies the starting point, north, you'll have to turn it right 1 spot to match up with where the golden star on the wheel is underneath the mural. So let me take transformation. Specifically, we'll start with the simplest one to figure out. So if the yellow diamond marker by the numbered circle signifies the starting point, transformation and then it says liquid does not need to change. So this is in the correct position. So I guess blood and water animal, or, blood and water are both liquids, so the stars should be there. That does seem to make sense. But transformation only exists in one quadrant, and it should be the top. And so that should be correct, because that's north. Okay, I think I'm finally catching on. That is a very, very abstract puzzle, but I think I understand now. So in that case, life exists in 3 of them, assuming animal, god, and life. So it should be in a L shape, which means it should be at the bottom. This is finally making sense. Wow, I really like it. I don't like being ignorant, but I really like trying to resolve that. Alright, so I'm jumping back to chat with you. I do apologize. I think we're on the right track. So, last one would be eternal, which is in life. It is probably in God's blood, I'm imagining. I don't know if it is in transformation, but it has to be in a third one. And so it should be also underneath.
This is the right combination.
Nice. That is very, very interesting. I hope that that doesn't really become a continuing theme with the puzzles, or I'm going to have to extend myself
A broken liquor bottle.
significantly.
Is this Harry? He hates booze.
But for the moment, we're moving on. Ooh. Gorgeous.
It appears Harry didn't advance any further.
I can't go any farther. I've tried everything, and this isn't working. What do I need? Pardon me, I followed the sequence correctly, and my hand... I can't get that thing to work. I need to cross the river down there. Anyway, for what? So if this is as far as... Where is Harry? There is not much back here.
Those are drums of some sort.
Okay, 3 options. It's not the same sound. Neither was that.
No, not again.
Okay, so middle one must be the large boom. Ooh. That sounded like a small... And then maybe this? Maybe big, medium, little? So far, so good. That's medium, medium, small, big. All right, small, medium, medium, big, big, big.
This technology never ceases to amaze.
That was a nice one. Much easier to figure out when it's directly related. Do we have some sort of a gate?
Harry
Live
said
long
it didn't
and
work for him.
I'm not sure what that
so it
means
shouldn't
when you
work for
orient
me
it that
either.
way.
Unless there's something different about my hand. Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do.
We're loading again. I wonder how close we are to the end of the chapter.
My hands.
I have fish hands.
Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too.
So these gates... Aha, chapter 5, Sunken. All sunken... No, wrong game. So now I have to look for tiny documents underwater. Oh,
I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit.
ah, here's another gate.
Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple.
I might be missing things to inspect, but yeah, carry on.
I'm back to being me.
does not necessarily look like expedition members' belongings. Maybe a little bit older than that.
It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them?
Interesting. There's another one right down there. Seemingly not much to look at. All right, down we go. Yeah, I guess it does. That is the one we saw. It just teleports you across the way. Okay, we have some sort of a jet stream down there. That looks a little dangerous. What else do we have? That's about it. Alright. Some sort of thingy beneath it. Let me fiddle with your thingy.
Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents?
Okay, I can shift it up and down and press either side. Ah, maybe they need to meet in the middle at about the same time. So start over here where it has more time. Eh? Aha, and that reverses the flow of the jet stream. Perfect.
Wow. The island is pierced by underground currents.
Aha, there's our gate. Nice. This is really cool. I like the transitions above and
That
water.
architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now?
Well, only one way to find out.
What a quiet
Gorgeous.
and peculiar place.
Man, I've so loved the aesthetics of this game. Looks like we're in another campground of sorts, but with ancient stone tents. And some sort of buttons. I don't know what that would do yet. Okay.
I wonder who used to live here. It seems it was abandoned ages ago.
Icarus. There's a ghostly butcher knife just hanging there. Strange. Alright.
I understood that.
Yeah, it was English. Alright, tent's up here. Let's go check it out. Nothing. This one's vacant. Ready for move-in day. This one's got purple swirlies. I'm assuming that's going to be important.
Some slaves die. Some slaves now water animal.
Water animal.
Which one am I?
Is that what I am now?
Am I one of the slaves who dies, or am I one of the slaves who becomes a water animal? Just tell me. So far, a lot of these visions have been intense. I'm sorry. Alright, that's a nope. That's a big nopers. Maybe we have have to push these other buttons first. I'll continue my exploration. I'm so sorry it's not notifying you, and then suddenly is notifying you too much. That's dreadful. I can never seem to get it to behave.
We slaves, masters have come to.
Heavens, slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes?
Alright, so there is a button in this one. There is a button at the stairs here.
Although they
See
are the
how
same
many
style,
there
these
actually
huts
are.
much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now.
This one has been defaced.
Whoever the inhabitants were, living here against their will. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands.
Alright, so we can go down and up. Let's go down first. So these are the pillars that when I hit that button they kind of jolted, but they did not move. They must be what we're after here.
There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case.
So it's like green, yellow, red, teal on the far side. What am I missing? There's those purple swirlies, but I seemingly can't interact from here. Which is a crying shame. Alright, moving on with my life then. There's the purple swirlies. Good. So, the teal must be on the other side of that. I'm assuming it goes bottom to top? So like, hands, green hands, yellow hands, red, teal, tick marks, purple swirlies. Are there 5 buttons that will match those? Nice. Symbol order. So we know we're looking for teal hands first, at the very least. If we go bottom to top. Check what's up here before we start working with it. Aha, there's the red hands button. That should be number 3. It may go top to
Quite
bottom.
disturbing to see someone's hand paintings from thousands of years ago. I feel connected to them somehow.
Fire rock falls from the sky, awakens God, black blood.
Is
And
that
there's
black
another
blood
up.
the same thing as the black ooze? How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
This one seemingly does not have markings, so it must just not have a... Ah, there they are. Yellow hands. Perfect. Didn't look hard enough.
Black blood in eyes, like in the well.
Alright, so this button will be either the second or second to last that we press. Let's go back and find the hands. I think we must have all the buttons now. I think it's that first one there. I probably sort of expected you to push the first button. So I'm hoping that's the starting point. These will be the tick mark button. Alright, so white hands. Followed by yellow hands, which is all the way back up there, regrettably. It'll take me a little bit of traversal. But I think we finally are on the right track. If only I had a small unicycle. That would really help. Maybe not when it gets slippery, but until then, right up until then. Alright, so double checking. I'm sure these are the yellow hands. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Next one we're looking for is red hands. Should be on the way back down. Thank you for that, developers. Alright, next one is tick marks and then purple swirls. It should be in that building there. Purple swirls. That'll put us right by the button to activate them, too. It's all coming together. Is that the actual button itself, I wonder? Or is there a obelisk for the purple swirls? I'm not seeing one, so let's test if it just cements itself with this. Perfect. Alright, so there are two more buttons now, and I can go down to access that one. Let's do so. I wish I could just jump into the water from here, but I lack the courage. Not to mention the animations. Alright, all the way down. Through the glittery tunnel. Alright, so I will push this one.
This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive.
Which gives me a bridge to that gate. Perfect. One last peek of sunshine before we get more. Get out of here. Alright, so we have more of these jet streams, and some of them at least have those activation switches.
This panel is broken. I'll have to find another way to go through.
Okay. Fair enough. What is this? That looks like a timer, so there must be a door down there that opens, and you probably are not fast enough to swim to it unless you angle these jet streams correctly, so let's start there. See if we can make a path to the door. I don't know if it matters what direction these are. So far, I've just been putting the complicated ones on the right, and that seems to work. Okay, so there's one. That would probably swing you to this one. Let's check if it's active. Seems to be going the right way. And then I guess we'd want to quickly turn down to this one, and then that's the door, I'm assuming, that opens. So let's get this one reversed. But I'm going to try it from this angle. Ah, I see. That must indicate which direction the water flows, so of course I don't want it to go that way. That makes sense. I was wondering what the purpose of this third button is. Totally makes sense. Alright, as long as this gate is active... and it looks like it is, I think we can get through that door now. So let me just make sure I'm not missing any murals over here. And then we can try the timer again. Oh, hello, fishman.
Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free.
That's unacceptable. When I rule this place as a dark and terrible web-fingered queen, I will ensure that that gets resolved.
They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods.
Which two gods? Cthulhu and who else? Cthulhu? There's a tent down here. Or whatever I should actually be calling these. Ah, and it still has ichor. Strange how that works underwater.
So these creatures are immortal?
I see there's ichor at the bottom too, jeez. Like oil and water separated. Alright, I'm not really seeing anything else down here. Let me just check a couple of nooks on the off chance. A couple of off chance nooks, you know how it goes. These are pretty. I feel like an aquarium fish, and I like them. Alright, quick check in this corner, and then we're back to the timer, I promise. Alright, we saw one in there. Did we go in here yet? Nice.
The sunken continent. Was that their punishment?
Alright, that seems to be just about it.
This drain controls
I'm
the water
sneaking,
level.
I'm
What a
peeking.
cleverly conceived system.
But I'm not seeing anything of value, so let us return to the top. We'll activate the door and then swoosh,
This underwater
swoosh.
town is a beautiful place, but it has also seen a lot of suffering. All the island is that way. Beautiful but dangerous. The danger does not seem to affect me, though.
I'm assuming we might come back out here at some point. I didn't find any way to reverse the flow of this one that I could see. Alright, door's open. I'm swimming for it. Woo!
made it.
Swimming up there. Seems as likely as anything. Harry? Did you leave your corpse around here somewhere? I'm very curious. Hello, hello. So nice to see you there. Welcome to a little Monday encouragement. Or at least
My
I dearly
illness has
hope.
kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy. Even better than before my illness.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever actually been able to breach the surface myself before. Or I've just never tried it. Didn't know you could get up there. Let us get legs back, though. Alright. So, we're on the other side now. We went in there, down into the water, now we're on this bridge, and we can reach the other button. I wonder where that leads. Let's go investigate.
If I enter the water now, I'll be soaked. Being me. I mean... It's hard to explain this, even to myself.
It is a little hard to explain it, so I'm hoping this will also lower the water level, and then we can walk out that tunnel, no problem. Donk! Alright. Water level is lower than
Now
ever.
the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel.
It's like Lake Mead up in here. Down we go.
These creatures live
Oh
like
no,
slaves.
it's not necessary.
All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your
Being
life in a prison,
Imprisoned and tortured? I
how would you know that you are a prisoner?
don't think so. He's been imprisoned and tortured, but I hope he's been able to scratch out a good life. Alright, so now we're at the timer level, and there is no current moving through there. Aha! That is activated. Genius. I'm
Now I
super
can enter
impressed
this
with this
tunnel.
game. I'm talking to you out of the box / raw fury. So impressed. Alright. Down we go, seemingly. Let me just peek over there. No. Nothing of import. Alright, we have another thing to switch. I assume. And on we go.
This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me.
Oh, this is a long one. All right. Oh. Nice to see you. I'm seeing that comment. Peter is the Ariel we always wanted. Sultry and surly. I wish I could break out into song without the Disney lawyers showing
That
up
was quite a
and
ride, but
just
it's over
pummeling
now.
me into the cobblestones. Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? The girl who has everything. That's what you'd get. That's me as Ariel.
That ladder.
More murals. Teach
Someone
me.
set up camp in here.
Really is strange that they bring their own cobblestones. You're right. Lay them out like a mat and then pummel me into
Looks
the...
like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary.
Does it? Some sort of boat. Alright. So there is a ladder up here. This looks more like recent expedition. Like maybe Harry got through to here another way? Though I'm not entirely sure.
Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death?
So you get the ichor and ta-da, you become a fish man, or you get the ichor and ta-da, you get buried in a mass grave. Okay, I understand. What is this? Actually, in case that is the onward path, let me just climb this ladder real quick. If I see any mechanisms that look more dangerous up here, we'll go back to that. Just don't want to miss a mural if there is one. I don't even know if there is... I haven't checked the achievements for this, but I'm assuming the more stuff you find, the better. Interesting.
What is this?
This almost looks like...
This... Oh my god. Did I almost forget about Harry?
Yeah, you sure did. So he couldn't make it through that water section. Like I
Sun is
actually
setting.
followed the
It
river.
is so beautiful.
So he must have gone around with his guide and found another entrance and dropped a ladder here. That is really interesting. So Harry was able to progress further. He just had to meet up with me later. Can I sit on this bench and enjoy the sunset? Is that possible? I'm enjoying it even now. And I love how this game looks. Alright, back to the learning. That's enough edutainment.
Harry,
Now it's
that
just back
look
to
on
the
your
edu.
face. You look deranged.
Just looks a little bit constipated, maybe. I'm not
They
surprised.
seem to loathe each other.
I can't stand your lunatic face. I can't stand the noise you make when you eat. I can't stand you.
She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be thinking straight either.
Seeing that comment. Are you not edutained? I love it. Harry's mental decline is more evident each day, but today he's setting out someplace to carry out some ritual. I have to get to the bottom of this. I have to keep doing what I've been doing up to now, listen to what he has to say, and go along with him. I can't stand him. Tread lightly, because it's only him and me now. Well, and the black ichor. Boat.
So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the white sand beach, where I arrived.
Monsieur and Madame Ward, we had plenty of death in this island. I helped you as long as I could, but I won't be an accomplice to this ritual madness. I am returning to the white sand beach to build a raft and leave this Maudite Ile? I'm not entirely sure. I'll be there if you change your minds, but I won't wait too long. Ma'aru Roa? Again? Don't know how to pronounce it, and my desperate apologies. And au revoir, Tearoa.
Oh dear, poor people. Is this why I'm changing too?
It seems that the sanctuary was where the final stage of the ritual took place. Well, that sounds like Chapter 6 to me.
A sanctuary? Harry, was that where you went?
The masters brought their slaves to a sanctuary by boat in order to the final stage of the ritual. If I catch any masters at the end of this, I'm gonna roll out my own mat of cobblestones. Again, I am your Dark
dear
Queen
old
who will
pal.
listen.
It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Tearoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary. And there, they performed a ritual. Tearoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently.
The shadows argued violently.
When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Your pal.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work.
I don't necessarily recognize any of these as the other diamond symbols. I don't know what this is.
Somebody painted these symbols on the wall.
Harry scribbled these. They must be important. Well, okay.
You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance.
There's the white sand beach, where dear Tearoa is flexing his glistening muscles. Where is the sanctuary? Ruins. Frickin' useless. Alright, so I guess we can go back to that mechanism now. And hope that we'll figure out what those symbols are for later. Into the fish mouth. How we slice it. Ooh, 4 at a time. Yikes. Okay, so it looks like maybe the top is the longest path. Start that one first and then go clockwise to the shortest path. Not entirely sure about these middle two if you need to top, bottom, side. Let's try clockwise
This panel
first.
looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate.
So desperately close. Alright. Try again. Okay, I'm still a little rushed. Let's wait longer.
This must be my transportation
Nice.
to the sanctuary.
And we have a boat. Or some sort of magical device that resembles a boat. Into the fish mouth. He's happy to see you. Ho, ho. I wonder if there's the end of the sunken chapter. Or if there's more. We should be getting relatively close to the end of the game. And it would be amazing to actually finish a game for once. It's a boat damn time. You're right. I'm having a hell of a time in this boat. Ooh, catching up on the chat here. I'm so glad you finished some embroidery. That is almost, or should I say, much more important and noteworthy than finishing a game. Congratulations. You've created a physical thing. Chapter 6, Fhalgof'n.
It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I?
Hello again, Squid.
They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own.
Are you my daddy, Squid?
Everything seems so distant now,
Whoa.
as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of
That
years
doesn't
ago.
look quite right, but it looks amazing.
A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a
Yeah.
new moon. Did I lose track of time, or maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics? That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything is real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. Perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years?
It's very simple. Your life was a lie, Nora. Welcome. Welcome to reality. Almost. Almost. Hands and arms
There it
inside the
is.
vehicle. Hands
The
and
sanctuary.
arms. What? Feet, I guess, too? I'm not sure.
So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop?
We got a big beach. Looks like a campsite off that way. Campsite off that way. We'll start over here. Nice to see you. So many documents. I'm
camp.
excited.
Although it's little more than a few things scattered about. Harry, what is this? It looks like the ramblings of a madman.
Nora must do it. Together, change me?
This dagger looks exactly like the one I have.
Dried blood and ooze on the altar. Isn't that the dagger Frank was attacked with? So do you need to draw blood with the dagger?
Was the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst? A library? What are you talking about, Harry?
Had a strange dream today. I was inside a vast library and gazed at vistas of another world. Panocotus? Harry the Alright, good. Those aren't all readable, which means these probably are not all readable. That'll save us some time. What about this one? Please keep your many limbs inside the
dear old
ride.
I never
Your
should have trusted Cass.
uncountable limbs.
I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place. I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle. This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the two of us, isn't it, Nora? I wish you could be here to...
Oh, he doesn't look so good.
I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow. Leave it for tomorrow, damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't
Cordially,
you see what the black ooze does? What it did to
your
the
pal.
doctor? Are you out of your mind?
And he was like gonna inject himself with it? Couldn't you just like splash a drop onto your blood? Or I don't know exactly how it works, but don't inject yourself with the black ooze. Even just skin contact has made the rest of your expedition go mad and kill themselves. Alright, so that's probably our goal door. Here is the altar of sacrifice. I want to make sure I'm fully explored
Black
first.
ooze on a petri dish. My God, this syringe has traces of black ooze. What the hell were you thinking?
Traces, but it is not full, meaning it was used and injected. Oh, Harry. Oh, Harry. She's golden back here, yes. I appreciate that color. Very
This
visible.
mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger.
Take the dagger, put it on the altar box, and... Cass, I think I have the answer. You have to go back home and bring Nora here. Leave now, please. So is it Cass that actually sent me the package with the dagger? Harry put his hand in a thing.
So I have to put my hand inside?
He is yelling, is not working. Interesting. There's Cass's copy of Moby Dick we saw in their group photos.
Moby Dick. Its pages are hollowed out, and its shape is...
Yeah. Its shape is...
Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph.
Just holding a gun. Glasses at the ready. It's a nice photo. I mean, I don't know who
My,
took
she
it while he
sounds
was
completely
sleeping.
out of her
but
mind.
I've seen the future. Eternity awaits me. Death awaits Harry. Cass, if you killed my pal,
A camera. It
I'll
must be
slap you.
Cassandra's.
have so few pals these days, Cass. It's not right, what you did.
Let's give it a try.
Alright.
Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that?
A
Looks
fascinating
like a
tattoo.
but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved.
Ah, does it just like collect the black ooze in your body into specific shapes? It's a much easier way to get tattooed. I like it. Alright, so I'm definitely riddled with ooze. I don't need to mix any extra in. I guess we can just,
These patterns look too familiar.
heave-ho? Content warning? Now you're just somebody that I ooze
I
to
really hope this
know.
works.
How dare you? But I love it. Alright, doors open. And the altar must be cleaned. Please bring the Lysol.
If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place?
Hooray! That's enough celebration. Alright. We got an eyeball with a sun in it.
An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe.
Look at the oh. Oh.
The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now?
Is there air? Seems okay. Alright, what is this? Some sort of chamber or pool with what appears to be the ability to map constellations inside of it. Oozing away. Somebody! We have a button up here, and we have doors with various constellation symbols on them. 2 buttons. Okay, let's read these.
All
Nope.
these papers are riddled with incoherent doodles.
None of those.
I wonder what this means.
Bridges. Dragons, gargoyles, animals. Why bridges?
Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch.
Some sort of creature, a pet, 90-degree rotation. Okay, so we got some sort of discs that seem to be locked in place. Maybe that button activates them. Let me look at all the doors, see if she writes the symbols down in her journal for me.
I wonder what...
Yes, that's better. Spots on my hand have been rearranged to form some sort of symbols.
this means. Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods.
Aha, another mural. Let's go ahead and take advantage. Before I forget about it.
They carried these people here to test them. Like a challenge of some sort.
Gross.
Where is this door lead?
Alright, last door. And then we can start pushing buttons.
A shining constellation. I better
Perfect.
draw it.
All the ones we need. Let's activate this bad boy. That is super cool. I really like it. Smooth. Alright. So there's one activated
Circular
button.
stones with strange carved symbols.
I'm assuming that means... Is it the same for all of them? Yes. Assuming that means I can only make a symbol out of those little canes. So are any of these creatable out of just that? I might have to overlap. And I am not sure which one to try. The smallest symbol kind of seems to imply that's the one I should try first, but I don't think I can make that shape with just this. I suppose it's just a matter at this point of being on and some of them being off. I can't make that. I think it might have to be the bottom right, is my thought. Yeah, so I think if I do this one, it might create that bottom right symbol. Let's test. No, that's almost creating a full... Well, yeah, that's exactly what I need. That looks very similar. Let me get to the right angle here. I guess angle might also have to do with it, like which way is up. Okay, I might also be able to create the top one with a couple of overlaps, but I'm not sure about that, like, E shape in the middle. Let me activate this one, and then we'll start deactivating them to test. So if I just remove... Man, I really don't know which one I'm trying for first. It's gotta be either the top left or the bottom right. Let me deactivate these two. There. Perfect. We've got one down. I'm assuming we actually need to activate something that will bring these other buttons to life in order to proceed. Let's see if we can go find what that is. We have more murals.
They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual.
The throne room. Where I will become the dark and terrible
with nooks
queen.
and crannies and endless stairways.
Aha, new tattoo. That must be what's activating them. Like, I have this symbol, so that's why that one was active. Awesome.
Maybe it only hurts the first time.
Huh. Wishful thinking?
Ah! The second also hurts.
Alright, that symbol looks very familiar. It
arrived
should
on this
help me
island,
create the
I
E-shape
felt like
one.
I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong.
Weird that there's another mural down there I can't seem to get to. Maybe that's just the other doorway. Probably is. We'll get there eventually. So based on the symbol I just got, I think we want to be doing the top left now. Which would be... Deactivate these. Going to activate this one. All right. And then orient myself. So we're off to a good start there. I then need this to be the new symbol, I think. And then that one to be the new symbol. I have not stretched my brain in this particular way. It's such a cool puzzle. Such a cool mechanic. Into the second chamber. Quick march. Hard to march when you're just flip-flopping your fish feet around. Alright, grab this mural. For honor and glory. Though maybe it's the same, just throne room mural, generically. Okay. Now this looks interesting. Are those gargoyles we saw illustrations of? Some of them are doubles, some of them are like... I can't quite tell. A big old brazier. Alright, so they can rotate 90 degrees. And I'm assuming they said that they're like bridges, so I'm assuming something will activate the way that it's facing. So this would connect me to there and then to nothing over there. I see another one. Maybe I can connect it up. Yeah, so I'm guessing I want that one to come out, and this one to go that way. Let's try it. Perfect. Raise those resonant black ooze
Your
frequencies.
doggies, or dragons, whatever you are.
Aw, they are cute. Little feet, little wings. Alright, so I can only control the black ones from there, near the black brazier. I'm guessing the white brazier controls the white ones. So, I need to get to the stairs. Presumably there's the tattoo machine. But there is another platform over there. I'd have to switch the black one. But let me see if we can get there. Let's switch these. That should be good. This one needs to be connecting with that bridge there. I think I just want to go on the black instead of trying to get it to connect to me. So let's angle it that way and activate. Perfect, yes. Alright. So now let's switch that far corner black one, just in case that is an actual ledge over there, see if Harry camped out on it. And then we'll go on to the tattoo machine. Which one was it? There. And I also need to change this one, obviously. Now that we've activated the white, I shouldn't need to go that direction again. Though I didn't need to mess that one up. Oh well. Alright, this looks promising. Should get us over there. I sure don't see a tent or anything, though. This may be a moot point. A root point. Ah.
That's
Whoa.
the creature I saw. He's holding on to a gigantic black stone monolith.
How do we have
Father
photo
Dagon.
evidence of this? Who took this picture, exactly? Can I keep it forever? No, keep it in your fanny pack forever. Don't put it... Ah. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So, now we can switch this black one again, and then we'll be on to the tattoo machine. Hooray. About halfway through our constellation puzzle. I wonder what the next symbol is going to be. I hope this'll do it. Looks pretty good. All right. This little thing is so cute. Whatever it is. I like its... I'm gonna call them robot hands. I like its robot hands.
Again? Seriously? Ow! That hurt! Again.
Alright, so we got like a flat thing. Try to recognize off of that very sharp corner of it there, and the flat L bit. That should help us. Trying to recognize any of the shapes inside of it already. The fact that you have to overlap them is so confusing. Let's get back to the utility room, where we can see what we're working with. For a second I saw that stone thing and thought it was just a giant mustache. But it's probably not. It's probably a necklace. And hair. Not just one singular mustache. Are you sure you can't take that photo of Dagon? I'd really like to have that in my parlor room if it's not too much trouble. Framed. Who wants a mustache necklace? That sounds much dirtier out loud than I intended. I thought it was going to be funny, but now hearing myself saying those words, I'd like to apologize. That's just not appropriate behavior. Alright, so we've done the top left and we've done the bottom right. Let's try to do the... I don't know if we can, but I would love to keep it simple. Which I think would be... just two of those second symbol, right? Like here. Deactivate all of these. So that I have a clean slate. Actually, I might need that one. Let me check. Is it just here and here? Or is that foolish? That kind of vaguely looks like it. But I guess it's not quite right because it needs a big bulb, for lack of a better word. How can I make a bulb there? try activating this one. And then deactivating this one. That's probably what I need. Just did it 1/4 off. Perfect. Into our third room. This is coming along. I'm not feeling as desperately foolish as I was worried I would. Upon entering this room and seeing all of the complicated
This
mechanisms.
place is like a labyrinth. They were submerged in black ichor.
That's somewhere you just don't want to be. Especially if you're like a nun or something. That's just bad. Bad time.
Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever.
Squawk! Time to
Oh,
feed
come
you, little
on.
bird.
One more
You
time.
and your fingies.
Ah!
Son of a... Alright, what's the last symbol? A sort of Zorro-esque affair. I like it. That definitely looks like... 2. It will need to be used twice, and then one version of the first symbol. It's finally starting to make a little sense. The more you work with them. So I need 2 of the brand new symbol, 1 of the original symbol. Should be good. Switch that there. Switch this here. And switch this here.
All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room?
Oh, I'm so glad. It is a pleasure to hang out with you guys. I'm glad it's been a calming stream and a necessary one. It absolutely has been for me as well. I am abusing your time to calm myself. We have 2 gates, but it looks like only one has a hand thing, so this must be the return trip,
Another
I
one
guess.
of those gates. I have to get into the water
Are
again.
there murals?
I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here.
Alright, into the water. Looks like we're just going this way. Kinda wish I had webbed fingers. After all this time spent with them, I'm getting used to it. Getting used to the idea. Here, taste my webbed
Ben?
fingers, sir.
Seriously? Ow! That hurt! Again.
Who would have thought? Even after all these times, it still smarts. Alright. Quick check. So that's sort of a long squiggle. And we're out of symbols to make. Like, what? What do we do now? Maybe they will provide us with another symbol. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What do? We swim. Not anymore, you don't. Now shake it off. Alright, so teach me, O wise stars, the final constellation. I am ignorant of the required symbol. Able to open the doors that led to more rooms. Inside those rooms I found more circular stones and more patterns. Now I only need to open the large door, ... Yes, see, it's the ... that brings me here to you, journal page. I am in the same boat, you see, and the ... is... Oh, it weighs on me heavily. Oh, what am I to do? You know, this long top section? Sorry. This long top section does look like that new long line I got. Am I just supposed to recreate this? That would be like one of these with one of these, which was already active. Great. I don't have a picture of it. Not sure about that corner, but we know this one needs to be the new symbol. Then we can mess with the last one. So it needs to kind of like double back on itself. I don't know why I'm not recognizing that as easily. This kind of doubles back on itself, but that's the one I already have active. There.
The door
Thank
to
you,
the sanctuary is
stars.
open.
These symbols form a constellation. You couldn't have written that. You couldn't have written that down before. I had to figure it.
Time to find out what's waiting for me inside.
All right. Yeah, never mind. I've just now realized I don't actually love Harry all that much. So, I'm just gonna live here on the beach. No, never going to approach this Icarus mirror, or whatever it is. Oh, like Harry enough to approach the Icarus mirror. It's especially without his glasses, but also with them.
There's something written in the floor with blood. Fhalgof'n? I heard that word in my dreams. What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me.
Oh, it is. It's definite. You feel correct.
Heavens!
Criminy. Oh, good cripes above. I'm sorry, Nora. You did nothing to deserve this kind of treatment. I'd like to apologize. It's just been a long week, Nora. Pay no mind to me. Ooh. Sexy.
My God.
Yes? That's just a little joke. Oh, nice. I love it in video games when you walk forward and things
Nothing that happens here
rise to
appears
meet
to
you.
respect
It's
the
one of my
most
favorite
basic
moments.
rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony.
Is that all ichor down there? Rippling away? Oh, yikes.
Like the workings of a clock. Or a music box.
Just like a music box. What am I looking at down there? Ah, is
Harry,
it
is
the
that you?
throne? End of the line, I guess? Godly, levitating stones? Well, that's a crying shame. All right.
No! No! Don't tell me it isn't you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be.
I'm waiting.
No.
I'm waiting as quickly as I
Why did you
can.
do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? Why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work.
Like, that was very obvious. He knew it wasn't.
That's why you never sat on the throne. You formed the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why?
Did he just betray Cass at the last second and put her in the throne? That's not necessarily admirable, but maybe it was a necessity, as she was becoming more and more paranoid and aggressive. Alright, I possess the music box, seemingly nothing else to inspect, and we're back in Inglewood, Colorado. At least I hope so when I open this door. Ooh,
what really happened?
Oh, never mind. We are not in Inglewood, Colorado. If you've ever been to Inglewood, Colorado, you know. Like this.
The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her.
Oh, Harry. I hope
Did she use the dagger
pulled a
to
gun
open the
on you or
gates and carry
something,
out the
or else
ritual?
you're just kind of a murderer
I
here.
tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun. And left you
Good.
for dead, didn't she, Harry?
That's all you needed. There's the impetus to leave her for dead in the fish throne. I believe in you, Harry.
Because Cassandra was
I never
ambitious.
doubted you for a
She
second.
would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge.
I love sequences like this, too, like recaps and a dreamscape on
about whether the
a
ritual
set
worked.
path. It's
What
very
happened to
Max
Cassandra
Payne.
cleared up the ritual wasn't for people like you.
So she got all goopy and just lorded over us the fact that she possessed my music box, I guess.
The ritual was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Fhalgof'n. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death.
That's a much nicer translation than I thought this word was going to be. I thought this was like the place name, like welcome to Fhalgof'n, but Fhalgof'n means our daughter. And speaking of our daughter, ew. Hey Cass, how are you?
So you faked yours. Glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off.
But then what happened? Where is Harry now?
And you sent me
I found him.
Harry, your picture, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts.
I guess it didn't really matter if he was here.
You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life, the same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me?
This game brought to you by Windows. And doors. Harry? Hair Bear.
Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even
This
if
was an
staying with
elaborate
you would mean a
ruse to get her
slow
out of the
and painful
house
death.
so he can have alone time. I like that.
So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal.
I've sussed you out,
We've had
Pally.
so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship. A whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you
Leave,
behind,
Harry. That's a hard pill to swallow.
or I reject it and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make.
Don't put this in my hands. No, don't saddle me with this burden. Just because you're having marital issues, So we know that when you're infected with the ooze and the transformation has begun, you either die or you transform. And there's no telling if I can ever come back to Earth, let alone communicate with humans, if I do allow the transformation to happen. So I either have to die and spend my last few coughing days with Harry, who did everything he could to save my life here, or I have to agree with his plan, transform into a fish, and rule the cosmos. Harry, you tried so hard. I won't take that away from you. But please, find like a sweet man to give you cheek kisses, okay?
We had a really good
don't be
life.
lonely.
But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home.
Going home for the first time, perhaps.
What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now. For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. My poor health, the pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here.
What is that? Ooh. Invisible pathway. Okay.
This
Yoink.
key just appeared out of the blue?
The blue. That's the developer's
This
name.
key just appeared out of the blue?
That's a nice little ending moment. Like, goodbye from the developers if you happen to see the invisible pathway. It's cute.
Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place.
I
So
don't even
pleasant to
remember the
forget
taste of
everything else.
banana.
Nothing matters anymore. I'm finally one of
Especially
the
not the
thousands
taste
of
of
nines
banana.
connected to the Icor. Connected with the Elder God.
Yeah, that sounds not sinister at all. It's fine.
Goodbye, Harry.
I love you, Pally. Thank you for teaching me who I really am. Now I'm feeling like myself again. Here we go. Swoosh. Oh, hey guys. Nice to be home. He's so cute, hanging out back there. What an amazing game. I don't know why I had no idea there was this whole Lovecraftian component. It's obviously, at its core, Lovecraftian. And I was so surprised. What a lovely time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me here. Props to everyone in the credits list. I never mean to be rude by talking over it / attempting to skip it with various button presses, usually because there's copyrighted music playing. But I'll just let it go. An absolute pleasure to pick up a short game in the midst of our other adventures here. This was exactly what I needed. I will see if there are any other opportunities this week to hang out with you guys. We'll find something else to do. Back to one of our other adventures, or we have many other untaken paths yet to start. I cannot wait. This is truly the best part of most of my days, and I appreciate your time. Especially my old dear pal Alfredo.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving
Ways.
I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday.
Someday.
Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Night and day I pray you're always
Oh, we're getting there.
Sweetheart, may God bless you.
I don't know why I'm making us all sit through this, but we may as well see it to the end.
While sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal.
I do hope that the coming week goes well, whatever that means. And I will see you guys again soonish. I cannot wait.
And I love you, Harry.
I love you, Harry. Thank you for everything. Aha, good.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. I lied to you. For the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain, suffering, and death, I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Nora. Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now. My dear old pal.
The Dean of Archaeology. Oh, happy ending for Harrison. Well, bittersweet ending for Harrison, but I'm incredibly glad to see it. That he made it out and lived his long and sorrowful life. That's all I could really hope for. I wonder if you decide to stay with him. I have to imagine it's a much more tragic ending and that he probably still ends up alone after just a couple of weeks of me hobbling around the house, but I'm glad to see that he's moved on. And I don't know where Nora is these days, but she is enjoying her eternal life in some dimension. And good for her. All right. Take care, pals. Yes, indeed. Dear old pals. I will see you for the next adventure. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.